So let's start. So before we start, itong number 1 natin, so we need to know the different properties of thermodynamics. So napakaraming property ng thermodynamics. So if you say property or properties, it is a description of a certain material. Okay? Kumbaga parang description siya. For example, solubility. Ano pang yung mga ibang property? Malleability, ductility, yung mga ganun na type of properties. Also, we have here the different state properties na tinatawag dito sa thermodynamics. Pag sinabi nating state properties, ito yung temperature, pressure, volume, mga ganun. Those are your state properties. So yun yung itatakal natin dito sa may first part natin ng lecture. So let's start with the temperature, the state property which is temperature. So number 1, what is the temperature at which water freezes using the Kelvin scale? So sa temperature state natin, we have different units of temperature. So una na dyan, syempre yung alam natin na si degree Celsius. Okay, degree Celsius, ano pa ba? We have degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, also we have the absolute temperature scale. Pag sinabi nating absolute temperature scale, ito sila Kelvin. And we have here the Rankine. So degrees Kelvin or Kelvin itself and degree Rankine or Rankine. So ang may partner dito kay Celsius is si Kelvin. Okay? So pag nagko-convert po tayo ng Celsius to Kelvin scale, nag-a-add lang tayo ng 273. So plus 273 para maging Kelvin scale na po siya. Doon naman kay degree Fahrenheit para maging Rankine scale, ang ina-add naman natin is 460. Okay, to convert Celsius to Kelvin and Fahrenheit to Rankine. Kung gusto mo naman mag-convert ng Kelvin to Celsius, baliktarin mo lang, mag-minus ka naman ng 273. For Rankine to Fahrenheit, mag-minus ka lang ng 460. Also, we have a direct relation of converting degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit and vice versa. Okay, meron po tayong conversion dyan. So, di ba meron kayong formula dyan, yung merong 9/5 or yung 5/9. So, maski ako din, minsan nakakalimutan kong i-memorize yun kung 5/9 ba siya, 9/5 plus 32 or minus 32. So, since meron naman tayong calculator, hindi na tayo mahirapan na mag-convert ng Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius kasi nasa calculator natin, nasa conversion, ano bang conversion siya? Conversion 37 and 38. Okay pa, so pag nilagay ko ditong C number, for example, C37, ibig sabihin conversion. Pero kapag K37, that is a constant. Para magkaintindihan lang tayo. So conversion 37, that is your Fahrenheit to Celsius. And yung conversion 38 naman natin is from Celsius to Fahrenheit scale. So yun lang yung meron sa calculator natin. Wala si Kelvin, wala si Rankine. Okay, meron pa actually tayong different scales of temperature, pero hindi na siya masyadong ginagamit, just like si BEC or the Bose-Einstein condensate. But that state or that scale is ginagamit lang siya on certain European countries na talagang malalamig, and ginagamit din siya sa mga scientific studies, yung mga nasa below freezing point or the below absolute zero na tinatawag. Also, meron pa tayong isang scale from Europe din, that is your Arden. Degree Arden, pero ito is your Réaumur scale. Search na lang kung paano yung spelling, nakalimutan ko yung spelling. Réaumur scale, or para din lang siyang degree R. But itong Réaumur scale natin, ang conversion nito is from degree Celsius. So to convert degree Celsius to your Réaumur scale, ano ko na lang to, italize ko na lang yung R para masabi natin iba siya dito. So from degree Celsius to Réaumur scale, ang gagawin mo lang is times 80% or times 0.8. Kumbaga, ang boiling point natin pag degree Celsius 100, tama. So ang boiling point ng Réaumur is 80. Ang freezing point na 0 pa din. Ang ratio lang nila is 80%. Ngayon, ang naman yung dapat tandaan natin sa may temperature is state. So for number 1, what is the temperature at which water freezes using the Kelvin scale? So ang freezing point natin kapag degree Celsius is 0 degrees Celsius. So ang tinatanong dito is in Kelvin scale. So i-convert mo lang siya to Kelvin, mag-add ka lang ng 273. So we have 273 Kelvin pa rin. So dapat kabisado po natin yung different temperature reading ng freezing point and the boiling point. So pag Celsius 0, pag Fahrenheit, naka 32 po yan, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. For the boiling point naman, we have 100 degrees Celsius. And for the Fahrenheit is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So kung nakalimutan mo yan, edi convert mo na lang sa calculator. Ito, si conversion 37 and 38. Kung ang kabisado mo lang is yung 0 and 100. Okay, next number 2. The SI unit of temperature, syempre si Kelvin scale. Okay, number 3, the SI system of power. So the SI system, so since power yung tinatanong dito, based on the choices, Joule is a unit of energy, Pascal is a unit of pressure, Newton is energy din or force. Ito lang yung nagsasatisfy, which is true naman. This is the SI unit of power. That is in joules per second or in watts. Okay, next number 4. Screenshot nyo lang ng mabilis per page para makapag-proceed tayo. Okay, number 4. The second state property of thermodynamics is what you call the pressure. So itong pressure, mapapag-aralan nyo rin to sa strength of materials. Napag-aralan nyo na rin to nung physics as well as nung chemistry. Kasi nandun yung state property natin na pressure, volume, and temperature on your combined gas law. So for pressure naman, marami siyang unit actually. Okay, so ilagay lang natin dito, the units of pressure. So, syempre, ang pinaka-common na unit ng pressure ay yung Pascal. Pascal or kilopascal. Okay? So, nasa calculator ang C, level pressure natin or the atmospheric pressure na tinatawag. That is 101.325 kilopascal. The other unit of pressure is the atmosphere, ATM. So, in 1 atmosphere, that is equivalent to 101.325 kilopascal, your atmospheric pressure. Also, ano pa ba? In 1 atmosphere, ano pa yung mga unit natin dito? Tingnan natin sa calculator. Sa likod ng takip ng calculator, andun yung mga unit of pressure. Kay conversion 20 plus. So, ayan, conversion 25 is, nilagay na lang natin dito. So, conversion 25, that is ATM to Pascal. Conversion 26, that is Pascal to ATM. Conversion 27. So, in 1 atmosphere, meron tayong, pwede mong kunin dyan, dun sa may 27. In 1 atmosphere, we have 760 millimeters of mercury po yan. So, ang conversion niyan na kay conversion 27, that is conversion 28, vice versa, Pascal to millimeters of mercury. Itong millimeters of mercury natin, pwede siyang isulat as inch mercury, centimeters mercury, feet mercury, mga ganyan. So, dapat alam natin yung conversion ng unit of length. Also, nandiyan din si number 31, conversion 31 and 32. Ito naman pero kilogram force per square cm, and di naman siya masyadong ginagamit as a unit of pressure. Conversion 31, 32. Ito, si conversion 35. So in 1 atmosphere, ang equivalent niya in pound force per square inch is 14.7 PSI. PSI means pounds per square inch. So yung conversion na yan, makita mo kay conversion 35 as well as conversion 36. Baliktad, kilopascal to pounds or PSI. Meron pa ba? Ayan, so wala na. Pero meron pa tayong ibang units of pressure. Okay, tingnan natin yung mga iba. The other unit of pressure is yung tinatawag natin na torr. And torr is 1:1 po yan sa millimeters of mercury. So in 1 torr, we have 1 millimeter of mercury. So kung titignan natin, in 1 atmosphere, meron din po tayong 760 torr. So equal nga sila. Another one is the bar. So in 1 bar, ang equivalent nito is 10 raised to 5 pascals. Take note, ang pascal is Newton per square meter. Okay, so yan lang na naman yung mga tatandaan natin sa units of pressure as well as yung constant natin. Yung constant na to, yung 101.325, makita nyo yan sa may constant. Lagay ko na lang dito, constant 40, yung ATM doon sa may calculator sa likod. Natin. So we have here constant 40. Ayan, so 101,000. So nakaano siya, nakapascal. Okay. So unahin natin sagutan si number 5. So in 1 torr, there is an equivalent of, is it 1 atmosphere? So hindi, kasi sabi natin ang 1 atmosphere ay 760 torr. So mali si letter A. 2 millimeters of mercury, hindi pwede kasi nga 1:1 sila. 14.7, hindi rin pwede kasi nga 760 ang 1 atmosphere. Letter D. In 1 torr, we have 1/760 ATM, which is correct. Kasi in 1 ATM, we have 760 torr. So in 1 torr, we have 1/760 atmospheres. That is the answer for number 5. For number 4, the pressure reading of 35 psi in kilopascal absolute is, so dito meron po tayong gagamiting formula for number 4, and that is the absolute pressure related to your atmospheric and the gauge pressure. So the absolute pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure plus or minus the gauge pressure. Okay, yung atmospheric pressure, eto na po siya. Sinulat natin dito sa baba. Yung gauge pressure, it is a gauge reading na binibigay ng mismong problem. Okay, paano yan? Meron siyang plus or minus na operation dito. Okay, saka lang po tayo gagamit ng minus kung gauge pressure yung binanggit ng ating question or ng ating problem. For example, vacuum reading. Pag may nakita tayong vacuum dyan, that is a gauge pressure negative reading. So negative dapat yung ilalagay nyo dyan or minus. May mga example tayo dito later on na makikita. So again, kapag vacuum reading, that is negative. So from here, the pressure reading, that is already the gauge reading of 35 psi in kilopascal is, so hinahanap daw yung absolute pressure. Ang sagot daw dapat na kilopascal. So kunin natin yung kilopascal equivalent ni atmospheric pressure. That is 101.325. Since wala naman siyang binanggit na vacuum reading, so plus natin kay 35 psi. Okay, since ito naka-psi, kailangan ko siyang i-convert using itong dalawang to. So, tignan natin. Conversion 35. So, ito kailangan natin tong i-convert. So, using conversion 35 para maging kilopascal. Okay. So, lagay mo lang dito, that is shift conversion 35. We have 35 psi. Ito na yung sagot. Then, i-add natin si 101.325. Okay, so we have 342.64. That is in kilopascal. So, ito na siguro yung pipiliin natin kasi yan yung pinakamalapit sa ating choices. Okay. That's it for number 4. Let's proceed to the next number, number 6. Okay, ito naman, it is a type of energy, unit of energy, which is the heat energy. So for number 6. So ito unit po ito ng mga energy. Unahin natin si BTU. BTU is British Thermal Unit. Shortcut lang po yan ng British Thermal Unit. We have also your calorie. Ito yung mga nakikita natin sa sa likod ng mga food packs, mga energy drinks, mga ganyan. And we have your joules. Lahat to, itong tatlong to, is a unit of energy. So ang conversion natin dito, in 1 BTU, we have 252 calories. And in 1 calorie, we have 4.186 joules. Those are the conversions. Sa ibang book may makita kayo doon na in 1 BTU, meron siyang 1,055 joules. That is because kinonvert na yung diretso, that is 252 times 4.186. In-approximate niyang 1,055. So kung gusto mo memorize to, 1 BTU, 1,055 joules. Or kung hindi man, pwede mo namang gamitin to for your conversions. So for number 6, in 1 calorie, ang tinatanong, that is equal to 4.187 joules approximately. Okay, next, number 7. The equivalent weight of a mass 10 kilograms at a location where the acceleration of gravity is 9.77 meters per square second. So, eto, from your physics pa rin naman to. Basic formula natin sa first law of Newton's first law. That is your law of acceleration, F equals ma. Mass times acceleration. Given na yung mass natin, we have 10 kilograms. The acceleration due to gravity is already given, 9.77 meters per square second. So, ang unit na kilogram meter per square second is Newton. So, we have 97.7 newtons. So, we have letter A. Okay, next, number 8. The temperature of a body is 50 degree Fahrenheit. Find its temperature in degrees Celsius. So, eto, this is direct conversion sa ating calculator kasi meron tayong given na temperature scale or temperature reading. That is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is use your calculator to convert it in degrees Celsius. And that is conversion 37. Okay, so just simply put 50, then conversion 37. So that is equal to 10 degrees Celsius. So we have letter C. Okay, next number 9. A substance temperature was 662 degree Rankine. What is the temperature in degrees Celsius? Ato, so sabi natin kanina, walang direct na conversion ang Rankine to Celsius. So ang gagawin natin is iisa-isahin natin yung 662 degree Rankine. First is to convert it to Fahrenheit by subtracting 460. So 662 less 460, we have 202. This is in degree Fahrenheit. So itong degree Fahrenheit na to, again, convert it to Celsius using conversion 37. Okay, so 202, then shift conversion 37. That is 94.44 degrees Celsius. So we have letter D. Okay, next number 10. At what temperature readings do the Fahrenheit and Celsius scale have the same value? So dito, meron daw tayong isang temperature reading na kapag kinonvert mo to Celsius is equal lang din siya sa Fahrenheit reading or vice versa. So since meron naman tayong choices, gamitin natin yung choices para hindi na tayo magmano-mano. Kasi kung mano-mano ang gagawin natin dyan, magkakaroon pa tayo ng 2 equations to unknowns. Nanapin lang din naman natin using your calculator. So, siguro magta-trial and error na lang tayo using again your conversion. Mamili ka na lang kung anong gusto mo, conversion 37 or conversion 38. Ang gagawin lang natin, i-input natin yung nasa choices and then kung ang lumabas is siya pa rin, yun ay maging sagot natin. For example, so conversion 38. Okay, input ko si letter A. That is negative 35. So, dapat negative 35 din yung lumabas dito. So, hindi. So, letter B, negative 40. Okay, so that is negative 40 din. So, ang answer is letter B. Okay? Isa lang ang nagsasatisfy dyan. Isang temperature reading lang. That is negative 40 degrees. If the gauge pressure of a medium is 30 kilopascal vacuum, the atmospheric pressure is 101.3 kilopascal, the absolute pressure will be, nabanggit ko na yung formula kanina for your absolute pressure. The absolute pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure that is given 101.3 kilopascal minus, bakit minus? Binanggit niya dito na yung ating gauge pressure is a vacuum reading. So, minus 30 kilopascal. And that is equal to 71.3 kilopascals. Okay, so we have letter C.